She stood by the kitchen counter, arms crossed, lips pressed tight, her eyes cold. Either you respect my husband as the head of this household, or you pack your bags and go. For a moment, I just looked at her. This wasn't the daughter I had raised. There was no kindness in her voice, only sharpness that didn't belong to her. I gave her a small smile, went upstairs, packed my suitcase, and left without a single word. A week later, my phone lit up with 22 missed calls from her. I didn't pick up. By then, the house no longer belonged to her. When he first appeared in her life, he brought charm wrapped in expensive cologne and arrogance disguised as confidence. He bragged about his startup, his connections, his supposed influence. I tried to welcome him. I paid for the wedding, helped with their home's down payment, wanted her happy and secure. But men like him don't love women. They collect them. Slowly, she changed. She stopped calling me as often, stopped asking for advice. She began repeating his words as though they were truth. Mom, you're overstepping. Mom, you don't understand modern marriages. Mom, just let him lead. He called me old-fashioned to my face, mocked my cooking, smirked when I offered help, and she laughed along with him. The night it all fractured, I had prepared her favorite meal, braised lamb. He stumbled in past 10, reeking of alcohol and entitlement. Without a greeting, he sat down, took one bite, and spat it into his napkin. Tastes like boiled shoes. She laughed. Then she looked me in the eye and said, "Serve him or leave." She thought I walked out quietly. What she didn't know was that I carried more than a suitcase with me. The deed to the house was still under my name. I had never signed it over. I stayed with a friend, a retired lawyer. With his help, I filed the papers, froze the joint accounts, reclaimed every asset tied to that property. All legal, all airtight. But I wasn't finished. He needed to fall, and not just privately. So I dug, and what I found wasn't hard to uncover. His business was nothing but smoke and mirrors. Fake invoices, forged tax returns, loans built on lies. Worse, he had been using my daughter's name, forging her signature to protect himself. She was oblivious. I wasn't. I packaged everything and sent it anonymously to the authorities. Then I waited. The day the official letter arrived, she called me. "Mom, something's wrong. The mortgage payment bounced. The lawyer says, 'Wait, did you take the house from us?' I answered calmly, 'You told me to leave, so I did.' 2 nights later, he tried breaking in, but the police were already waiting. They arrested him right there on the porch. Fraud, forgery, tax evasion. A neighbor recorded the scene. It spread online in hours. Her screams echoed across the neighborhood. A week later, she came to where I was staying, her face pale, eyes hollow. "Mom, I didn't know. I swear I didn't know." And I believed her. That was a tragedy. She hadn't known because she never questioned him. She let him change her until she became unrecognizable. I let her inside, let her cry, let her peel back every lie he had fed her. But I didn't wrap her in comfort. I only said, "You asked me to choose, so I did." He had taken everything I gave him and turned it into a weapon. But he mistook my silence for weakness. She forgot I was the one who built the very foundation she lived on. Now the house is mine again. He sits in a cell awaiting sentencing. She's trying to piece her life back together. We speak sometimes, not as mother and daughter, but as 2 women betrayed by the same man. Some lessons are gentle. Others come like 22 unanswered calls and the sound of a slammed door. And sometimes the most devastating answer is silence.